Morning all, I'm Johnny B and welcome to Sunny Coast Celtic episode 36. Hope you're all having a great day so far. I had a great day today in regards to the result this morning or last night for you. But yeah, great result. I did say I thought it before now, so I'm going to start off by giving myself a pat in the back for saying that. Don't ask me where I got it for, it's just a funny feeling. Look, to be honest with you, Kilmarnock, they're pretty poor, aren't they? I mean, there's a lot of sides come to Parkhead and they shut up shop and they maybe hit us on the break. They're really bad at the back. I think their goalkeeper, he goes to the same barber as that Cole Palmer. Fuck me, what's going on with the two haircuts? I'm not saying mine's is great, but Christ's sake, young boys, what are they doing? Remember years ago, your mum used to go, you're not going to the barber's, I'll cut your hair. And they stick a ball on top of your head and then just cut round the ball. That's exactly what it's like. That Cole Palmer, he's got all the money in the world and he's got the worst fucking haircut. And that wee Kilmarnock goalkeeper, that must be his hero because he's copying him. Absolutely terrible haircuts. Fucking hell. Seen it all now. And he's actually playing as good as his haircuts. So that just shows you how good that boy is. He was crap against Rankers a few weeks ago, and I think they played somebody else between then. He was crap as well. What's going on if they not get any more goalkeepers? Got to keep playing him. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, on last night's game, great result because it could have went either way. A few weeks ago, when Brendan was there, am I having a go? Aye, probably, because his football was shit before he left. So he might have won that game 4-0 last night. We might have struggled. And that's just how we were playing. Martin Neil's come in and Sean Maloney, and they've just shaken the team up a wee bit. They're no scared to make changes, which is great. The changes were positive, and it lets them have a look at what they've got there, because Kilmarnock, let's face it, I did say it would be a 4, but it could have been 8. The amount of chances that we missed, and they had a couple of chances as well, which shows you we need to be better at the back because they're really bad and we still let them have a couple of chances. So we need to get that sewn up. Again, it was a kind of strange, no, it's all strange, but I never expected to see a bit of pussy at the back. I didn't think he'd be in. What was going on there? That just came right out I was going to say blue, but we don't like to use that word. But that just came out of the left field, that one, didn't it? Schmeichel in goals again. Yeah, done well. Couple of saves that he had to make. Couple of crosses come in that he was comfortable with. But again, we never played anybody last night. I think a local pub team could have given Kilmarnock a game last night, but we should have buried them. And that goal difference would have came down had we taken a lot of the chances that we got last night. So we'll start off with the keeper, obviously, and then we'll go to the right back. I thought he had no bad game at right back, Pusey, so we'll just have to see how it goes. But I don't understand this. Is Kobe Donovan injured? Or is Martin watched him after that Hearts game and went, well, I'm not going to put him or Dane Murray back in. They're a bit young and they struggled. To put the two of them in against Hearts that night was a disaster. They should have played Tony Ralston. And to be honest with you, it's all hindsight now, but Trusty should have been in as well. And that Hearts game, it would have been a completely different game. So, but anyway, we can't go back the way. We've got to move forward. So, he done all right last night. Look, he was at Manchester City. He must have something about him. But you can't judge him when he's playing out of position. So, why are we playing him out there? Is it just to give him a game? Is it just to try and give him a run? Because obviously Kobe Donovan's fit. Or is he? I don't know. Again, we don't have privy to that. He might have a niggle that we don't know about. But anyway, the boy done all right last night, but it was against Kilmarnock, remember. We never had much to do at the back. Trusty, great game. Scales, great game. They two they're good together. And Scales, you just doesn't let him to get by him. He's one of the players. I know he gives the ball away a wee bit, but he gets it back. Sarachi, left back, so he was playing well until hopefully it's not a hamstring or whatever. I don't know what's going on with him. So it's brilliant that we can take him off with an injury and bring on Kieran Tierney, who's we all know what Kieran is, a good player. It just wasn't working for him. But great goal last night. Again, you got to blame the goalkeeper. Where was he? That ball's come in at an angle and it's a cut across him, and he was nowhere to be seen. He's hopeless. But anyway, we'll give Kieran the credit. Great strike, great shot, kept it down. But a decent keeper might have got that. So, but other than his goal, he was up and down the line again. We were playing a second-rate football team last night. But back four, all pass marks. I'm just hoping that Sriracha comes back better. Now here's the other thing. So if we get, I don't know when CCV's coming back, you've got Pusey there. So you could put Trusty on the left-hand side, centre half, and you could put Pusey beside him on the right. Carter Vickers is out, and you could move Scalesy to left back. We know Scalesy can play there. Andy gets up and down that line. He's got a great left foot on him, so it's not a big worry. That's if anything happens to Kieran or Sriracha's out for a while. So you got the big fella there who would play left back. Remember Charlie Mulgrew was a great big left back and all when you put him out there. He's the same kind of player as Mulgrew, I feel, So anyway, we'll see how it goes. Charlie Mulgrew had a better dead ball. He could hit a dead ball, corners, free kicks, everything like that. So, but Scalesy's no far off him. So that's your back four. Into midfield, we knew Kilmarnock would start. And I did say I thought he was trying to bring Rio back in, which he did. Rio had a great game last night. Didn't play anybody, but we've got to remember that. But it was good to get him in there and have a game because he's trying different things, trying different combinations. It was great to see Luke McCown. His wee touches are good here and there and everywhere. He nearly scored a cracker. If that goes in, that would have been a brilliant goal. Anyway, never. That's the way it is. But so the midfield were good last night. Kilmarnock, as usual, just settled everything down. Then he had the two boys beside him. So yeah, all in all, a decent effort going forward. Again, when we go forward, we look like a much better side. Tenecti looked really sharp. Really, really sharp on the left-hand side. You wouldn't want to be playing against him because you don't know if he's going to cut in, cut out, or have a shot. He's a real good player. I love to watch him on the ball. He's exciting, and that's what we want. So he was good last night as well. Johnny Kenny scored again, first goal, brilliant. That's all you need. That's people saying it was an easy goal, but he got himself into that position, and he had a couple of other chances. I know Johnny Kenny's. Again, he's not your ideal centre forward, but he'll do a job against your weaker sides until Kelechi comes back, and hopefully he comes back fit. And that way you've got two of them. Kenny you can swap them. Kelechi can sit off when we're playing like Kilmarnock. I know you want to make it on the score sheet and all that, but if he's no 100%, give him a rest against the weaker teams. Get Kenny in, then you can always bring him on. And then Maeda, he's just full of energy, brings whole energy to the whole team. I would just like to see him smiling more. I know his family came out with him last night. It was great to see that. I mean, they were all born here, I'm sure, weren't they? All his kids. His wife must have settled here. It's a shame that he wants to go because I think if he was happier, he'd be a much better player. But I think he's got to the stage now where his wife and his kids and that, they've all made up their mind that they're going to go somewhere else. And they probably know where they want to go, but he's been brilliant for us since he's been here, and it's a shame he wants to go. It would have been good if he'd have stayed for this whole season and then went next summer. But this is what I don't get about Celtic and what happened there. So they hold on to him, they don't let him go, but they let Kyogo go, they let Kuhn go, they let Ida go. So why are they holding on to him? Did they think he's better than all of them? Or what is it? Why did they hold him back? I get we didn't have MD to come in, but we didn't have MD to come in for the other ones that went either. So what are we doing here? I don't know why that happened. He wasn't allowed to and everybody else was. Anyway, I'm glad he never went because he'll still go all right for us if we can get him back into that wee happy mindset. To be honest with you, what was that? That was sad. How can you miss that? You know what I mean? I don't understand what he's done. It's like we all know, he's the only guy in our team that could have missed that. He just clumsily trips out his own feet and I don't know what he was doing. It looked like he was trying to do the fucking Highland fling or something. His feet were all up in the fucking air and nowhere. I don't know. How can you miss that? You know? Anyway, I'll keep saying it. I just don't get it. And then he scores. So he's missed a couple, headers and all that. And then he scores the one you don't expect him to score. He's just one of the players, you know. You don't expect him to do something and he does it. But he's clumsy as, but we still love him because he just puts that 100% in. And then we changed the midfield a bit. Engels come on, put a lovely ball through for Maeda when he scored his goal. It was a great ball, great pass behind the defence and bang, goal. And then Engels steps up to take the penalty and finish the game off. So all in all, it was a really, really good 4-0 victory. Nothing major. They're absolutely pissed, to be honest with you. So we've got a 2-week break now, which a couple of our players that are injured gives them an extra 2 weeks to get fit and get better. Then we've got a load of hard games after that, plus the cup final. As I say, I think the cup final is brilliant for us because players are going to have to fight to get into that team. Did any of the players last night show enough to keep their positions? Johnny Kenny, I don't know. I know he scored, but I think if the Kalichi comes back, he'll be straight in there. Kenny will be on the bench. Maeda will probably keep his place, and Tenecti. So that's your front three if they're all fit just after the international break. In the midfield, did Luke McCowan do enough to keep his place? I don't know, maybe, but I would still bring Engels back in. You've seen what Engels done. He's split the defence with a pass. I know I'm harping on he needs to do enough, he needs to do more, but just more game time against the smaller teams to get him playing better might be the way ahead for him. So the midfield's going to be a conundrum when he comes back. We know Kilmarnock will be there, but who does he play? We can play Hatate, we can play McCowan, we can play Benji, we can play Engels, we can play Bernardo. Man, we've got an abundance there, haven't we? So we just need to keep rotating them till we find who the three are that's going to get us moving in the right direction. But we need to start now, and that was good that Hearts dropped a couple of points, which is fantastic for us. So, but anyway, all in all, great game, great crowd last night. Green Brigade, we need to get them back in there. I know a lot of people were still in there last night chanting and singing and shouting, brilliant. We need to all be like, it's a collective, and that's what the whole club should be, not just the fans collective, the whole Celtic collective, including the board. We should all be together and get behind the team, because we're going to need it after these 2 weeks is over, because after these 2 weeks we're going to have about 10, 12 games in a row, 3 games a week, so we need to keep just picking up points. Europa League, I'm not worried. Play whoever you want in the Europa League, play the young boys, whatever, but we need to keep our good players fit for the league, because everything else is gone except for the league and the Scottish Cup and obviously the League Cup, but everything else needs to be on the back burner. We just need to have our best team out for the Scottish Premier League till we catch up with Hearts again, because once we get above them, then they'll start to go back the way again. They'll start panicking and they'll start to try and pick up points where they're pushing for games instead of just relaxing. So hopefully we get in tap with them soon and then just keep going through there. So anyway, all in all, great result last night, and have a great couple of weeks. I'll come back to you if there's any news or anything like that, but if no, you'll no see my ugly cooking for about 10 days, 12 days. So have a great couple of weeks off, and hopefully Scotland can get us a good result over in Greece to bring back to Hampden. How good would that be just to see Scotland buzzing again? I know Celtic fans are divided. Do they like Scotland? I don't mind. It's my home country. I miss Scotland when I'm out here, so I'd like to see them winning and playing well. Go to Greece, get a win and come back, and then it's all in that last game against Denmark. But brilliant night. I used to like going to some of the Scotland games. Great atmosphere. Anyway, have a great couple of weeks, and hail, and I'll see you again.